Dear student, today we will discuss an important class of bacteria, that is mycobacteria, which is worldwide medically important bacteria. Mycobacteria are highly aerobic, acid fast and cylindrical rod, non-motile and non-spore forming. As usual, other bacteria, they can multiply, grow on culture media in containing other cell components. But some unusual chemical substances, for example, in the cell wall of this bacteria, shows strange activities and pathogenesis by these organisms. They are 50 to 60% of cell wall contains long fatty acid chain called mycolic acid. Second, wax D. This is a greasy substance which make a complex with polysaccharide and activate cellular response or cellular immunity in the human. Third one, trihalose, a chemical substance which produce a Cod factor, which we discussed in the next. Repulsive protein. This protein inhibit fusion of lysosomal enzymes to phagosome, which consist the mycobacterium in macrophages. It means that this microorganism is the intracellular microorganism, so they are always present within the macrophages where they multiplied as well as reproduce. Another type of protein which is called PPD, purified protein derivative. This protein is present also in the cell wall of this microorganism and antigenic in nature. It is used in the diagnosis of exposed person by tuberculosis. Now, method of staining. Due to thickness and greasy nature of the cell wall of this bacteria, they cannot be stained by gram staining or common stains as others like junction violet, hematoxylin and eosine, but especially gram staining by which we stain other bacteria but not this mycobacteria. We use to stain this microorganism using a chemical substance called carbylphosgen. When we treated microorganism for staining, so we use heat. This means that during the staining process of carbylphosgen, we give provided heat to carbophosgen. The method is called ZN staining. So why we give heat during the staining procedure to this staining material, this is the carbophosgen, because as we discuss the mycobacteria with thick cell wall and containing these fatty acids and waxy material is called Wax-D and the fatty acids. So the gram staining is not introduced. We cannot treat it, the microorganism, that's the mycobacteria, by gram staining. Therefore, we use a carbophosgen in the concentration of 3 gram per 100 ml of ethanol. Now this method is called ZN staining, Ziel-Nielsen staining. It's the name of the method. It's a specialized staining method. While other microorganisms, especially the bacteria, we use for them a gram staining, where we apply crystal violet dye as a primary stain. After the staining, for decolorization, we use strong acid and ethanol solution. Concentration of this chemical substance is 20% to confirm the acid fastness of this bacteria. Now, why they are called acid fast bacilli? Remember, student, sometime you give wrong statement about the acid fast bacilli. You say acid fast bacteria. So the word is acid fast bacilli. Now the acid fast bacilli means they resist to decolorizing agent during staining. Means when we apply a decolorizing agent, that is the strong solution of acid and ethanol, so in a given strength, that's in 20% strength, we cannot remove this carbophosgen from the cell wall of the mycobacteria. If we increase the percentage of the solution, so maybe we can be decolorized. For culturing, a specialized and selective media is used, named LJ media, Lowenson-Johnson media. This media containing a different type of nutritional requirement, but exclude the agar for solidifying as a solidifying material. Here we use for the solidifying purpose of this media egg yolk. Generation and doubling time for this bacteria ranging from 18 to 24 hours, while growth can be seen on media which takes from 7 days to 7 weeks. It means that they are slow growers. Another strange and astonishing feature of the mycobacteria that they grow on algae media make a rope or cord-like linings called serpentine growth. सर्पेंटाइन को अगर हम उर्दू में आपको बताना चाहें तो रस्सीनुमा या चोटी नुमा, जैसे कि औरतों की चोटियाँ होती है, इस तरीके से इसकी ग्रोथ को एल्गी मीडिया के ऊपर हैंड लेंस के ज़रिए देखा जा सकता है. So this type of growth and the algae media, they are called Cod factor, and the fission is or the way that is called serpentine growth. This is because due to the greasy and lipid material which is present in the cell wall of this bacilli. Now the bacilli round with each other like a rope or string round a stick. Culture colony can be seen like small cotton-like white colonies in nature, which passage of time convert in a yellow pigmentation. They are highly resistant to strong acid and alkalis. So specimen is treated with strong acid and alkalis like HCl or sodium hydroxide when they are used for diagnostic procedure in the lab, as we treated, as for example sputum as a specimen. When reached to the lab, they are treated with strong acid and alkali to destroy the other microorganism and to isolate the actual mycobacteria present within the specimen. Due to highly aerobic in nature, they infect those body's organ which are highly aerated like lungs, kidney and skin, etc., which supply high amount of oxygen as well as tension containing zone like apices of the lungs in the form of pulmonary tuberculosis, where we observe the zone of inflammation or the pathology we find in the lungs and the apices of the lungs in pulmonary TB. This is about the general feature of mycobacteria. Once again, I repeat, important part of this lecture for MCQ. Remember, fatty acid or mycolic acid, which make the cell wall thick, and they are comprises 50 to 60% of the thickness of the cell wall. Second, highly aerobic need a much amount of oxygen for their growth. Second, they are called acid fast bacilli. Acid fast meaning they resist to decolorization by strong acid and alcohol solution. Next, the different type of proteins which are present is, for example, repulsive protein and PPD, which is antigenic in nature, and the Cod factor. Cod factor is a serpentine fashion of growth of this mycobacteria due to the presence of this fatty acids. Another, This microorganism shows growing speed. So some of them grow slowly with generation time 8 to 24 hours. Remember, for E. coli, it takes 20 minutes for a single E. coli to multiply or to doubling. So mycobacteria take 8 to 24 hours. Some of them, they are not stained by acid fast staining. They are weak acid fast, like Mycobacterium lepra, where we use the concentration of acid alcohol solution for the removing as a removing agent, that is from 5 to 10%. Now, sometime in the Viva, I asked from you why they are called myco. Bacteria is bacteria, but why they are called myco? Remember a brief history about this microorganism. It was first discovered, so they were observed under microscope as a small thread-like structure in cluster. So perhaps at that time scientists suggested that they are the fungi. But when time passed, they observed the features of bacteria in this microorganism, then named it mycobacteria. So mycobacteria means bacteria like fungi. We proceed towards the classification of mycobacteria. This is also an important part of this lecture. Remember, mycobacteria are classified on two bases. First type of classification is the basis of either they are medically much important or up to some extent few important. So they are classified atypical mycobacteria and typical mycobacteria. Now, typical mycobacteria are three medically important. They are Mycobacterium tuberculosis. It is the agent of pulmonary tuberculosis as well as extrapulmonary tuberculosis, but majority they infect the lungs. Mycobacterium bovis is also the type of tuberculosis which infect human, but extrapulmonary, and majority of the cases we observe the TB intestine. Mycobacterium lepra. This is the agent of leprosy, and it is the site of infection, that is the skin as well as the Schwann cells of the nervous system. Now, second type of classification of the mycobacteria, they are called Rownine types of classification. Rownine is the name of the scientist. The basis of this classification of the Remember atypical mycobacteria, only atypical mycobacteria. So Roynan classify atypical mycobacteria. Now the basic philosophy behind the classification of atypical bacteria is the production of pigments. When this microorganism exposed to light or exposed to darkness. So one group, they are called photochromogenic atypical bacteria. They are those bacteria when a growing culture of this mycobacteria exposed to light, so after few hours a yellow pigmentation observed on the growing colony. Therefore, they are called photochromogenic atypical mycobacteria. It means that these mycobacteria, this atypical mycobacteria containing a chromogenic substance. Second, now these atypical mycobacteria when exposed to darkness, so they give pigmentation. Now here light is not important, but the darkness produce pigmentation in these microorganisms, and the example in front of you. Third group, these are the atypical mycobacteria which either expose their growing culture, either exposed to the light or to the darkness, but there is no any type of pigmentation. It means that they are, therefore they are called non-chromogenic atypical mycobacteria. Now the example are for photochromogenic bacteria, they are Mycobacterium canasaceae, Mycobacterium marinum. For photochromogenic atypical bacteria, Scrophulicium and Alceran. And the third group, Mycobacterium avium or Mycobacterium intracellular complex. Now the third basis of classification of total mycobacteria, typical and atypical both, they are slow grower and rapid grower. Now slow grower are those mycobacteria which take a long time as a generation or doubling time, as well as we can say, we can see the growing culture of the Mycobacterium tuberculosis and of the bovis on algae media after 1.5 months. While remember, Mycobacterium lepra is also the slow grower, but these mycobacteria cannot be grown on any artificial media. Remember for MCQs this thing, that no artificial media is used for the growth of Mycobacterium lepra. For their growing, to observe their growing activities, we use the experimental animal. Now the rapid grower are the some of the mycobacteria which are atypical mycobacteria. Now source and mode of transmission of different species of mycobacteria. Mycobacterium tuberculosis is the agent of pulmonary tuberculosis, and the source of transmission is the respiratory droplets. And remember, one nuclei, either living or non-living nuclei, takes about 10 mycobacteria suspended in the air and it is easily transmitted person to person by coughing, sneezing, or by loud talking, or as for example during respiration in a sleeping in a congested rooms or area. Mycobacterium bovis, it is the causative agent of intestinal TB. Now the source and mode of transmission is the milk from infected animal, especially cow milks when ingested by a person, so intestinal TB observed. Mycobacterium lepra, it is highly infected and lethal disease belonging to this class, and source and mode of transmission is the human to human and with close contact, and especially nasal smear or the skin scars, etc. While other atypical mycobacteria, they are present in the soil and water or in the marshy places, and they also transmitted via respiratory or oral routes. Dear student, this is enough for today's lecture, and inshallah we will discuss in the next lecture pathogenesis and lab diagnosis of different species of mycobacterium like pulmonary tuberculosis and bovis as well as Mycobacterium lephra. Before to close the lecture, I want to discuss with you some advices or give you some instruction about the lecture and to note it as well as save it in your copies as well as in your mind as well as in your devices. देखें, ये जितने भी लेक्चर्स मैं आप लोगों को ऑडियो तरीके पर दे रहा हूँ, इसमें आपके CR और GR मुझे रेगुलरली आपकी अटेंडेंस लेक्चर देने के बाद वो मुझे भेज देते हैं, और मुझे उम्मीद है कि ये लेक्चर आप तक बल्कि तमाम जितने भी स्टूडेंट्स हैं उन तक पहुंचता होगा। दूसरी बात ये कि मैं कैसा कंफर्म करूं कि मेरा लेक्चर आप तक पहुंचा हुआ है, तो इस बात को जहन में रखें कि मैं रेंडमली किसी भी स्टूडेंट से ये पूछ सकता हूं उसके फ़ोन पर कि बताइए कि फ़लानी चैप्टर को किस दिन मैंने लेक्चर के तौर पर दिया था, आप मुझे उसकी डेट बताएं और वो टॉपिक बताएं। दूसरी बात ये है कि आप मेरे पास जो डिवाइस है उसमें व्यूअर्स के नंबरिंग भी आते हैं, तो खुशी होती है आपकी तादाद 110 या 115 के करीब होगी, और व्यूअर्स पढ़ने वाले इसको उम्मीद है आप ही स्टूडेंट्स ही होंगे, और लोगों का इस चीज़ के साथ क्या काम, तो वो खुशी की बात ये है कि मोर देन 100, 120 या 30, 130 के करीब वो व्यूअर्स इसके मुझे मेरा डिवाइस दिखाता है। लिहाजा इस बात को गौर से सुने, और जब मैं कहता हूँ कि MCQs के लिए इस वर्ड को याद रखें तो अंडरलाइन कर दीजिएगा। दूसरा ये, जब मैं कहता हूँ कि इस लेक्चर में ये पार्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट है तो उस पर भी गौर कीजिएगा कि क्यों इम्पोर्टेंट कहा गया है और इसकी क्या अहमियत होगी। तो ज़ाहिर है एक इम्पॉर्टेंट चीज़ मेडिकली इम्पॉर्टेंट होती है और दूसरी इम्पॉर्टेंस जो है वो आपके एग्ज़ामिनेशन पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू के लिए हम आपको ये बात कहते हैं। तो इस बात को गौर से सुने। मैंने रेंडमली पिछली मरतबा 4-5 स्टूडेंट से पूछा था कि फ़लाना लेक्चर पहुंचा हुआ है, तो उन्होंने मुझे हाँ में जवाब दिया था। तीसरी बात ये है कि इस लेक्चरों को अपने पास सेव रखें अपने डिवाइसेस में, जैसा कि लैपटॉप्स है या आपके मोबाइल्स हैं, और किसी भी वक्त आप इसे बड़े आराम के साथ किताब खोलकर और इसे सुन सकते हैं और इन स्लाइडों को देख सकते हैं। जब आप स्लाइडों को देखते हैं तो स्लाइड में कुछ पॉइंट्स होते हैं और मैं आपको डिटेल में बता देता हूँ। लिहाजा जो चीज़ इन स्लाइडों में नहीं होती है और डिटेल में मैं आप लोगों को बता देता हूँ, तो काइंडली उस चीज़ को नोट कर देना अपने नोटबुक में, ताकि वो MCQs और वाइवा के लिए आपको याद रहे। थैंक यू वेरी मच। सी यू अगेन।